Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I went to a local comic shop that's quickly become my go-to place for dollar finds. Um, this is the same place that doesn't board most of their issues. They just bag them, throw them in a box, and shove them in there. But oddly enough, some of those books are in great condition. So I had a niche. I went over there, spent a few dollars, and I just wanted to share with you guys what I found. So starting with as a Rattle, this would be the only modern book I found that I wanted to purchase. Again, $1. Covers in really great condition. The book's in great condition. Don't know much about the book now because I have issue number one. I'm very likely to go out and get the trade paperback or pick up the other issues, but I do know it has to do with some sort of outbreak which occurs in their university. I like the covers, nice bright red. The fonts are yellow. The main characters here are, in black and gray, which is really cool. And she's wearing a Charlie Brown shirt, so that's just a little bonus there. So really happy to have that book. And I picked up, this is the only DC book I picked up today. Now they had about 4, maybe 5 short boxes full of DC books from the 70s, but I don't know much about them, so I didn't want to spend the money on something I didn't know about. So I figured I'd come home and do a little research and find out a little bit more about DC books from the 70s and, step my game up and go back and see what I want to grab from there. So I picked up the book because I'm into horror stories. The cover is really awesome. This is like what I grew up on when I was a kid, watching reading, horror comic books and watching, Tales from the Crypt and stuff like that. The cover is really cool. Nice purples, blues. Everything about this is just, it's like I'm looking forward to reading this tomorrow. Definitely got to read this one tomorrow. Found another copy of The Uncanny X-Men 281. This will be either my second or third copy. It's in really great condition. It's a wraparound cover. So I just like the way it looks. So, I figured why not, it's another $1. Found a copy of Amazing XMen Deluxe. I think this is my second copy of this book. I love the cover, and I have a thing about covers that have yellow in it. If the book is clean and it shows well, like the yellow just helps everything else pop out, and it's an iconic cover. So I figured, add it to the collection. Even if I have 2 or 3 copies of it, why not? They had a couple of Iron Man books. Not all were in good condition, so I just picked up the ones that I found to be in best condition. So I picked up 104 and 105. Again, both nice books. Some of these books can use some pressing, for instance, this one. But outside of a pressing, the book is actually, the majority of the books have white pages. Some have off-white, and they're, mid to high grade. So for $1, they helped me add to my collection. And just happened to be talking about Doctor Strange with my brother-in-law this weekend. So he was like, yo, you got to get into his stories, man. This guy's really awesome. So I wasn't that big a fan of his when I was growing up. I was more into Wolverine and X-Men and Spider-Man. But, why not? So I picked up these 2 issues. They also had a few Daredevil books, so I picked up issue 147, 149, and again, there's that yellow cover, right? So, the yellow back covers with Daredevil books is, something that's just, it's the deal. I mean, the yellow helps the red pop out, in my opinion, and I like this cover because he looks how I imagine Wolverine. Like he's, that stance that he's in right now, that mid jump, if you will. But yeah, man, it's a nice looking book. And they also had issue 150. So pick those 3 up. Found this Captain Marvel 53. Out of all the books I bought, this is the one that's actually in the worst condition. And the reason I say that is there's a big crease going across here. And at some points it actually does break color. But outside of that, the book's in really great condition. So I like the book. I bought it for $1. Why not? Picked up Defenders 51 and Defenders 54. This cover is really awesome. Not a whole lot of white in the cover, just basically color all over the place. And this is like the epitome of like comic books when I was growing up. This is how I always saw them, just bright and what just it kind of draws you into the storyline. So book looks really awesome. Found Avengers 39, and again there's yellow background, right? So a couple of things about the book that drew me to it. The yellow, it's clean, it's in good condition, but the Magneto drawing here to me is kind of funny because he looks like a wizard. He got these rays shooting out of his hand, pushing one character off and pulling one towards him. And I don't know, it just like it's interesting. That's the way they chose to display his power, right? Those little old school rays. So it's really iconic. It really is. So I'm very happy about this book. It looks awesome. Now this book here, I've never seen this book before. I don't know anything about this book, but it's a wraparound cover. It's amazing looking. The artwork is awesome. You got two different styles on one cover. Sabretooth is drawn in this same manner on the back side. The book is in excellent condition. It is sharp. There's nothing wrong with this book. And it didn't have a board. I'm just surprised that it made it. More importantly, though, it has these two trading cards, and they were still attached. So the book is complete. It's intact. So I got to do a little research about this book tomorrow. Found a copy of Fantastic Four 398. Again, this book is similar to the previous book I just showed. It's in great condition. It's immaculate. Found a couple of Marvel team-ups. So I found issue 76, Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Found issue 75, Spider-Man and Power Man. And speaking of, I found Power Man and Iron Fist 57 and 48. Now, at this shop, I picked up a copy of issue 48, I think about 3-4 weeks ago, something like that, within the last month. And they had 3 other copies of it, but the one I picked up last time and this one were the ones that were in best condition. So, it's a great cover, man. And again, it's their first meetup, and I was like, I gotta get this book. Yeah, even though I got another copy of it, I only paid $1 for it, so why not? So I'm hoping to get some of these books pressed, just to get them, in a better condition. But they show better than they actually are. And, the bags help, of course. But yeah, man, that was it. It's a very short and sweet video, but I just wanted to share with you guys what I picked up. And I got inspired. I saw someone's video the other day. He did his $1 haul, and I was like, I got the itch, so I went out and did it today. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you don't mind just sharing your thoughts on DC books that I need to be looking at from the 70s or something like that, share a link to a video that you may have talking about your books, whatever you guys want. I appreciate any comments you have. I appreciate the guys that do drop comments. It's okay if you don't. Like if you like, don't like if you don't like. And, hope everybody's having a good time doing what they love doing, which is comic books, right? It's a great hobby. So till next time I see you guys, peace.